Hello basses, this is a tutorial for you in There Shall a Star from Jacob Come Forth. In general, we're going to flip or minimize the letter R unless it is crossed out, and in that case we're going to just completely eliminate it. So you begin over on page 7. This melodic idea and all through the exposition of this sonata form is piano and legato. A lot of R's to get rid of. There, star, fourth. At the bottom of page 7, first beat, let's make it quarter note, or let's make that quarter note, eighth rest, so you can take a breath. Get rid of the R in fourth. Third bar, first beat, eighth note, eighth rest. Take a breath. Get rid of the R in star. This is going to be different from what the voices above you are doing. No breath at the top of page 8. Get rid of the R's in there, star, and fourth. Same thing at the bottom of page 8. Top of page 9, second bar. Oh, get rid of that R. Second bar, quarter note, or eighth note, eighth rest. Take a breath. Get rid of the R's. No breath here. No R, no R. And maintain piano, even though the organ's going to come in forte. Full 2 beats, off on beat 3. So while that first figure is very legato, this is very marcato. In the upper parts, I marked in these separations between the quarter notes. You might do well to do the same. But the way we handle the text is going to be very important. So we're going to use the old Robert Shaw trick of these apostrophes. And then this is my little device for a glottal stop. So this should sound like and a dash in a P. So and then in. Like a great orator would say, and a dash in pieces. You will do the same. Circle of sforzando, real strong Z on the downbeat here. Strong Z on the downbeat. Again, and a dash in. Glottal stop. We don't want and dash in. Don't want that. No breath at the bottom of the page in the last bar. Strong Z here. Because you're singing the initial theme, it's going to be legato. Get rid of the R's. And legato again. Get rid of the R's. Top of page 12. Back to your marcato. And a dash in pieces, in pieces. There should be a Z there, sorry. And again, and a dash in. I would write that in every time to remind yourself. No breath here. Let's make your dash the same length as the tenors are doing. So this dotted half, this whole note becomes a dotted half tied to an eighth note with an eighth rest. So you will cut off with the tenors. Now, what I mean here is you're going to take the D of and light it over here, but we do want 2 Ds. We don't want and dash, we want and a dash, and a dash. In pieces, so the Z will alight over to here. Says princes and nations. We'll pick a quick eighth. Change that half note to quarter note, eighth rest. So we've got a place to put the Z and take a breath. Notice here I don't have that and an A, but I'm going to ask for that later here in 3 bars. And a dash in pieces, princess, and I want that and there because we've got a sforzando coming on the top of the next page, and that will help accent that. I would write in a decrescendo mark. I'm sorry, but I don't trust people to see diminuendo and actually diminuendo. And we're going to decrescendo to piano. the vowel in nations, when you're singing it this long, needs to be, this is the IPA symbol for the vowel in love. Nations. It's not an unaccented schwa. It's a true vowel. Down at the bottom of the page, turn your whole note into dotted half, quarter rest, put your Z there. Back to legato, get rid of your R's. There's a crescendo here, mark it in, please. Mark it in at the top of the page so you get clear up to forte. Get rid of your R's, no breath. Mark in the diminuendo. Get rid of your R's. Let's have you at the bottom of 15 in the third bar, first beat, change it to eighth note, eighth rest, take a breath there. Get rid of your R's. No breath as you turn the page. No breath here. Mark in the diminuendo, clear down to piano. Get rid of the R. This is molto legato and a sense of quiet joy. Get rid of the R. Get rid of the R. Hold it full length. We have a crescendo here. I wrote in amazement. If you think of those shepherds and witnessing that celestial event, the historical accounts say that the people were very frightened. So be amazed. Show that amazement here. We crescendo to forte, and then we right away come back down to piano. Get rid of the R. Get rid of the R. I wrote in quiet joy here for this phrase. Let's change this whole note to dotted half quarter. We've got a subito forte in the next bar. Thy word. Oops, I didn't cross out your R. Oh my goodness. No breath, and we're changing the words. It's a lot of stuff going on here. No breath, subito piano. Change Jesus to O Lord, and cross out the R. And that whole note becomes dotted half, quarter rest for a breath. Continuing on piano, inly feeds us. Let's make that quarter note, quarter rest. So we got a place for the S. Crescendo rightly leads us to mezzo piano, quarter note, quarter rest. Put your S there. Life bestowing, crescendo to mezzo forte. The whole note becomes dotted half, quarter rest. We're a forte. They didn't mark it in your part. Look at that. It's forte, then diminuendo to piano, give it full value, get rid of your R, and then right in here, look up. Thank you, basses.